We are live. What up, though? What up, though? How y'all doing? How y'all feeling out there?
What's the
You
word?
know,
What's the word?
you know what I'm
High
saying? We
noon.
live. High noon, baby.
Yes, we are.
Big 3 Man Talk Podcast at noon.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Oh, Black Mama's watching. Hey,
How
Black
y'all
Mama,
doing? How
we
y'all
we, we
feeling?
sent you a link. Get on there. You can get on up in here and come kick it with us too.
Yeah, if you want to, you can definitely come in. I'll send you the link to your email. So the invitation has been extended. So, now what were we discussing earlier? I believe it was like trying to remember. So I put in the title. I said, "Don't fall for the trap, fellas." So a little bit on what that means and what we're talking about. We were just having a discussion, random discussion earlier, and just was like, you know what, fuck it, let's go live and talk about this. Where we were talking about how like a lot of these social media sites now, you see a lot of young women posting on these sites, and all of them don't be 18 and older. And
Mm-hmm.
dudes be hopping in these DMs, they be messaging these girls, they be trying to get at these girls, they be trying to pay these girls for sex, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It happens. It goes on. You know what I'm saying? It definitely goes on because let's just say I hear stories. You know what I'm saying? We hear stories. Everybody hears stories. We know what be going on at church fire and fire and work like that. Y'all gotta start checking for these IDs before y'all start trying to check for anything else. Y'all gotta be getting for sure information from these women about who they are, what they own, what they represent. You don't want to get yourself caught up in some shit that you could easily avoid. You know what I'm saying? But like I was telling my partner, you know what I'm saying, TC here earlier, sometimes these fellas can get tricked because when you go and you look at
Mm-hmm.
these social media sites and stuff like that, your mindset don't ultimately think, well, you know what I'm saying, I wonder how old she is. A lot of times you can be scrolling and you will see some shit and you know what I'm saying, I think your mind just automatically assumes that this must be somebody that's at least 18, 20, 21 or older because of the type of shit that they be wearing and the type of shit that they post. So it leads me back to this. Where are the parents at that's allowing these young women to go on social media and post these types of things? You know what I'm saying? I feel like we see an uproar of things going on out here in society with young women and shit like that. Where are some of these parents at? You know what I'm saying? That should be monitoring and guarding these types of things. They're like, no, you're not about to post. You're not about to be on social media posting for one, like doing too much anyway. But then thinking you gonna wear what you gonna wear and get on there and post and all of that type of shit. Where are these parents at? I don't be understanding it. So it just was something interesting we were talking about earlier. Like I say, in the midst of the conversation, and just decided to go live and have a little chat about it.
Yeah, this conversation is actually pretty, interesting that, because me and him was having this conversation earlier and it was, you know, one of those conversations that, we as men definitely need to have, especially with, other men because I'm not gonna lie, I've actually experienced something like that and almost got caught up in some bullshit like that back when I was in my 20s. Well, actually I was 20. I was 20 years old at the time and I almost got caught up in some shit like that. So like we really do need to um be as men, we need to be highly aware of that because, you know, kids ain't, what I'm saying, these young girls aren't, what I'm saying, don't look like how they used to look back in the day. All right. I mean, even one back in our day when we was teenagers, there were some that looked like, grown women too. but not at the rate it is now. You know what I'm saying? It's like these teenage girls now are looking more like 20, 25-year-old women. Some of them look like they 30 and they only like 15 and 16 years old. Like they it's more and more relevant now than it was back then.
Mm,
So
definitely.
we definitely need to get that awareness out and understand that hey, you know what I'm saying, just because a woman or a female tell you a lady tells you she's, 20 years old doesn't necessarily mean she really is 20. You know what I'm saying? She
Or
probably
because you might assume it.
yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta just because she looked the part doesn't mean she is. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying, get them IDs. You know what I'm saying? Possess them IDs, man. Should say start looking at these chicks, man, because a lot of them ain't exactly who you think they are. We'll just say that because you know what I'm saying. We gotta understand women will lie just to you know what I'm saying for their you know what I'm saying their well being to protect themselves from danger, and they'll actually lie to you know
Get what they want.
because they yeah to get what they want. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause like they like you and they know you like them and they know you they know for a fact they're young and you're too old for them. They're gonna lie anyway. But, oh yeah, I'm 18, I'm 19, I'm 20, I'm 20 some years old, whatever, knowing they only like 16, 17 years old. It's just because they want to fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? So we have to definitely get that awareness out and really start really looking at this stuff because this is type of shit right here that can really get men screwed over, especially when it comes down
Trouble.
to the law. You
Yeah.
you can really be screwed over. You know what I'm saying? And like once you get in the system as a child offender, what's that? What was that? Sexist? A child sexist or some shit like
Pedophile or
a
sex
pedophile?
crimes and
Yeah,
anytime you got to
yeah.
register.
Once you get registered as that a sex offender, yeah, a child sex offender. Oh, it's over. Your life is pretty much down the drain at that. 'Cause that can never be taken away. So, you know, fellas, we advise you to really look at that shit. You know what I'm saying? I have a 15-year-old daughter myself, and I get in her ass a lot. You know what I'm saying? Look, 'cause she ain't about to be out here like that. You know what I'm saying? So, like, there actually are a lot of child predators out there. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't just men too, females too. You know what I'm saying? So we definitely need to get the awareness out there for both sides, for these predators. Like I don't
Definitely.
me personally, I don't understand why they're even available because I'm like, dude, what can a fucking kid do for you? But whatever. It's a mental issue that needs to be solved. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing but a fucking mental issue. You know what I'm saying? Because you could yeah, a grown ass fucking man or a grown ass woman can't sit there and say, "Oh, I just love kids." You know, what I'm saying to the point where I want to be sexual with them. You know what I'm saying? Want to date them and shit like that. Like, what the wait, what? Like, how can that even go through your mind? Like, how? How does that even register? I don't even get that. But hey, you know what I'm saying? Hey, it is what it is when it comes down to that. I just feel like that is a hardcore mental issue that needs to be fixed. They need
Yeah.
to get help, like some serious fucking
Facts.
help.
Got
We got some
a few
comments too.
comments.
Yeah, you want to read them?
Yeah, I'll read them off. So, let me see. I'm gonna start here. Black Mamba says my daughter didn't get a smartphone until she was 16. She had a regular flip phone up until the point till she was 16. That's a good way of going about it. That's a good way of going about it. I mean, basically, you can't be smart without a smartphone. You can't, do all of the smart
Right.
stuff. I can see that. She said that kept her away from the group chats and all the extra stuff until I felt she was mature enough to have a phone. She didn't have social media until she was 16 and it was heavily monitored. Hey, I respect that. I respect
Mm-hmm.
that. I be on my son the same way. He's 15 now, and I be on him the same way, man. I get a lot of flack about it. I get flack
Hell yeah.
from, believe it or not, sometimes friends, sometimes family, where they be trying to say, "Oh, you too strict and you too tough on your son" and all of that stuff. Like, man, look, these kids don't know what they be walking into. It's our jobs as the parents, right? Aren't we the parents? Isn't the point of like what they call it, iron sharpen iron? And so the story continues. The point of me being a parent, at least one of them, is for me to try to avoid or prevent him from doing certain things that I know can lead him down a path that he don't need to go down. And so if I've already experienced it before, or certain things, I'm gonna try my hardest and to protect him from these things. Or if I deem these things to be something that could definitely affect him and cause harm and detriment to his life, then I need to try to protect him from that. You know what I'm saying? Like, no matter
Of
how
course.
they may feel about it because they don't understand when they're children. And I think that's one of the issues right there. A lot of these parents, they want to be a friend instead of a parent. And they want to feel like I want my child to be able to open up to me, and I want them to be able to be, I want to be, them to feel like, know that I understand them and all that. Like, man, you know what I'm saying? Some of that stuff is legit. It's legit arguments, but can't more than one thing be true at the same time? You can still create a healthy space where they feel like they can open up to you while being a strict parent. I have that, you know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure there are certain things that my son probably does not want to talk to me about because I'm strict. It's just, oh well. Because at the end of the day, he knows that if he needs to talk to me about something, he knows that he can. And that's what's most important. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
But we go back into the comments here. Black Mamba also says the conversation, voice, and face don't match a grown woman. As a woman, when can hold on. Oh, she cut. As a woman, we can tell the difference majority of the time if a girl is a woman or not. All you got to do is talk to them, their mindset, and age will show. We got
That
Ace in
too.
here. He's Greek. He says they always had fake IDs and know how to get them somehow. Hey man, look, if y'all want us to read the comments, y'all gotta watch what y'all typing. I can't be reading these type of ones. It throw me off. Made me look like that one boy in the classroom that everybody couldn't wait till the teacher picked on him
Right.
to read.
Yeah, the one that's fucking that's damn near illiterate and shit. You like, yeah, 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 hey, pick and read. I want to read. The
But
cat in the hat. Oh yeah, hat.
we we would brace ourselves and shit. Like literally sit there and get ready for him to read, like covering your face up and shit. So you could try not to laugh, and then it'll get to one. All it takes is one person to be like, and then
Right.
everybody else,
Everybody laughing.
everybody else.
Hey,
But
we got another comment from Vaughn Green. He says a lot of parents just be letting the kids do anything. It's these new age parents. They be in the club with their kids ish mad crazy. Yeah, exactly. That shit
yeah,
too. You can't be doing going clubbing with your kids. Come on, man. Like
partying with your kids. That's because there's so many of us feel like we feel left out. You know what I'm saying? We feel left out. We feel like a lot of us stuck in a certain place in life. Some of us just don't want to grow and don't want to, get older physically. So then that hinders us from being able to grow mentally, if that makes sense. There, what I'm trying to say, like some people hold on to the past. They hold on to a lot of shit, and that's why you see, a 30-something-year-old mama in the club partying with her 21-year-old daughter. You know what I'm saying? Look at the age gap there. It's far, but it's not really that far. That's almost like a big sister and a little sister. But
pretty much.
shit happens. Life be life, right? At least that's what
Exactly.
they always say. So
This shit is
yeah,
crazy, man. Like it's 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 one of those things like that motherfuckers be trying to normalize. You know what I'm saying? They be trying to normalize a lot of shit and it's crazy. Because like my thing is I believe in hybrid parenting. You know what I'm saying? Now a lot of people probably wouldn't even know what that is, or
I about to
they
say you
wouldn't,
gonna have
or
to
they
break
wouldn't.
that down there.
Yeah, I will. I will. They don't even know what they'll know what that is, or they wouldn't if the ones who do know what it is, you know what I'm saying, they wouldn't agree to it. But my beliefs when I say hybrid parenting, I'm talking about putting both adopting basically both the old school way and the new school way. Now,
Hmm. Hmm.
as far as being straight up friends, like straight down the middle friends with your kids, I don't truly believe in that. I believe it to a certain extent. It's gotta be limits. You just can't just go all willy nilly and just be unlimited with a lot of shit. You can't because it will backfire. Like if you just being straight up
Yeah,
friends with your kids the whole damn time without any limits, like that's how they're gonna treat you. They're gonna be talking to you any kind of fucking way. They're gonna run over your ass
yep,
because
yep.
you know
Facts.
you ain't mom and daddy. You friend. You know you my homie. You my home girl. You my homie. No, no, the fuck I ain't. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's limits to everything. You know what I'm saying? So I believe in being a child's friend to a certain extent, to have a limit, to a certain limit. You know what I'm saying? But when shit is serious, you know what I'm saying? When it's time to actually be parent, your child knows, okay, damn, they in parent mode now. I need to shut the fuck up and listen to them and do what the fuck they tell you to do, or else I'm gonna get my ass beat. You know what I'm saying? But so the thing about how I do it is I kind of like do it like this. When when they need to talk to me about something, that's where I turn on friend mode because it gives them that space and that opportunity to talk to me and tell me whatever it is on their mind. Because I want them to be able to
Hmm.
tell me everything. I don't want them to hide nothing. I don't want them to be like, oh, I don't want to talk to him about that because he might scold me or he might do something like he might not even give me the advice that I need. So that's the reason why.
Is that really, would you, a quick interjection,
Mhm.
is that really a friend mode though? Or is that, to me, that sounds like just being a good parent. That don't really sound like a friend mode. That sounds like
Yeah, but
parenting.
see, but
Because
yeah, but you got
sometimes you have to turn it down in order to get out of them what you need to
yeah,
get out.
I totally agree. But no, the way how I'm thinking it is how I feel is it's like this.
You just
Um,
label it like that.
yeah, it's yeah, that too. But because you got to think about this. Like with your parents, like if your parents are just totally strict, there are a lot of shit that kids not gonna want to come to your parent. They ain't gonna want to tell them about shit. There's gonna be a lot of shit they don't want to talk to them about that they should talk to their parents about, but they would rather go to somebody else and talk to them about it instead of their parents because their parents are too strict. They scared their parents gonna scold them or tell them to shut the fuck up and get out my face. I don't want to talk about that or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's the reason why, yeah, I guess you could say it's like a label, but it's kind of like it's the same. It's like, I'm toning the hardcore parenting down to a level of hey, I'm giving you this space to come talk to me. If you got anything you need to talk to me about, it'll make difference what it is. If it's about sex, even though that's kind of, hard to talk to your kids about. But if it's about sex, it's about relationships, it's about, saying some stuff you're going through life. You know what I'm saying? Even though kids go through shit too, you know what I'm saying? They may not go through a hardcore like adults do, but they still go through shit too. So like anything, you know what I'm saying, you can come talk to me. Don't be afraid to come talk to me. I promise you I won't scold you. I won't tell you to get the hell out of my face because I don't want to talk about it. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm gonna talk to you like, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna get on your level, you know what I'm saying, and talk to you like a straight person. Not necessarily like an adult, but like a person and tell you like it is. You know what I'm saying? Give you some straight facts and give you some straight down, just straight to the point types deal. So that's where it comes down to me as far as being a friend. You know what I'm saying? We can joke around with each other, we can talk shit to each other, you know what I'm saying? Like to a certain extent, of course, you know what I'm saying? Keep it respectful,
Yeah.
of course.
Can't let it go
Respectful,
too far.
yeah, respectful, shit talking. Cause me and my son, we talk shit to each other all the time. We call each other weak and garbage and stuff like that. and
Oh, you
trash. We
already
call
know
each
me and my son be trash
yeah,
talking. This a Kobe household.
yeah, yeah. So me and him talk about we him call each other trash all the time and talk about how you know what I'm saying how we do each other on the court. You know what I'm saying? Like yeah, he made me he almost made me fall. I ain't gonna lie, he did. But you know what I'm saying? But hey, I don't flip flops. I don't care. But anyway, but still. So we you know we have that bond. Me and my son have that bond with each other. We do talk talk a little trash to each other, but he knows how to talk trash to me and keep it respectful because he understands that I am his parent and you know what I'm saying like you can't just say any damn thing like you do
Quick
to your
interjection.
other friends. Yeah.
Quick interjection for a comment. This is basically what I was saying. So he says, honestly, I'm just a parent. We laugh and have fun. And then there's the other side, which is rules and regulation. That's kind of what I was saying.
Yeah.
That's kind of what
Yeah.
I
I
was
mean
saying.
that's kind of summing it up too. But then of course, you know, you got the old school way of doing it, you know what I'm saying, where hey, like if they done some shit that it's time for you to go ahead and you know what I'm saying and discipline them. You know what I'm saying? Then you go into discipline mode, and that's where the old school way of parenting come in the discipline mode. Like, look, you need to shut the fuck up. I'm gonna do all the talking. I don't need you to say a goddamn word. I'm gonna tell you what the fuck it is and what's gonna happen, and you gonna carry the fuck out. Plain and simple. I don't want to hear
I
nothing.
don't know if that's
Carry the fuck
old
out.
school or whether that's just parenting 101 sometime. Sometime it gotta be those
Yeah,
conversations.
yeah. But see, you gotta think about this though. Like our parents, you know what I'm saying, basically did that to us. Like they never really gave us a really chance to really talk to them and really pour out our feelings. They didn't really care too much about our feelings. It was always you do what the fuck I tell you to do, or you're in trouble. It's like
My mama
like with
was
my parents,
kinda
I be
like that. She was kind of like that, but I'll say about my mama, she would give you a chance to talk a little, but sometimes she would be so mad that she would pinky you. She would
right.
tell you to talk, and then when you started talking, she'd tell you to shut up
Shut up.
and keep
Right.
yelling at you.
right.
But one thing I
Right.
do remember about my mama, every time she ever whooped my ass, it was a lot of them. She always talked to me afterwards and let me know why she
Yeah, I
whooped
didn't
my
get that.
ass.
I didn't get that.
She would talk to me afterwards, but the crazy part is she would talk to me and let me know. But I already knew it was a cognitive like thought process there already that let me. I already knew that why I got my ass whooped. I knew what I did. I knew that I had made a bad choice. I knew what I did. I knew the choice I made. That's why I said these kids really don't be as stupid as people try to make them out to be. They highly irritate nowadays,
It's
but
really
they
not.
smart as well. They know what they be
Yeah.
doing. They very smart. They
These kids are not dumb. They not as dumb as a lot of grown-ups think they are. Trust me, they know a
they
lot.
just
They lot
they don't give a fuck. I'll tell you that much. That's one thing they don't give a fuck.
shit. A lot of them have no filter either. Especially them little kids. They
Yeah,
ain't got no filter. they, they say whatever
man.
the first thing on their damn mind.
These young girls, bro. These young girls, man, it's so crucial for black fathers to step up and start. I really black fathers and mothers. We need black fathers to step up and start like fucking like really you know what I'm saying, taking roles of the leaderships of taking the role of leaderships in the households again and stuff like that. But we need our black women to allow it too, because you know what I'm saying it's so much of a divide there. We need our black women to allow that shit because man, you know how we always say boys need their fathers, right? And we say, but you've heard me say plenty of times that I feel like the father is the most important figure in the household because he's the head, bro. The detriment of a girl without a father, like how reckless they can become and shit when they don't have that type of structure and leadership there for them. Like some of the I done been to you know, my son is in high school and then I have a family that's in the teaching system and stuff like that. And so, you know, I've seen some things. Like I've seen some girls like, you know, at parent teacher conference, or I remember one day I went to visit my brother at work and I seen some young girls behave in ways that I've like literally never seen, like as far as like interacting with adults
Hmm.
in or in front of adults. You know what I'm saying? Like literally just hollering, screaming, cussing, like baddies TV or some shit. Like some shit you watching on baddies or something. it's like it's crazy. Like you need a father in there to correct that. A father got to correct that. You know what I'm saying? That's why they so essential. Like these, man, we need our fathers in these households, man. Wow, it's
Definitely,
crazy.
definitely, because man, like just like what are being said, just as much as the boys need the fathers, the girls definitely need their fathers too, because what I'm saying, the fathers is the one that instilled this structure into kids, period. We instilled that structure and that obedience, what I'm saying, into their lifestyle. And we give because men, we are the teachers. We are the natural teachers. You know what I'm saying? The kids learn from us. You know what I'm saying? And that's our influence on a kid. So I'm sorry, ladies. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't have that influence like the men do on children. So y'all can't be fathers. That's the reason why I like when I be seeing like on Father's Day and seeing all these women, oh, I'm the mama and the daddy. No, the fuck you're not. You can't be a fucking father. You don't know the first thing about being a father. You know what I'm saying? The fathers have a certain influence that mothers don't have. And just like mothers have a
And
certain influence that fathers don't have.
a lot of them be saying that shit, and they didn't even have a father. So how the hell you gonna say you something that you never seen?
Exactly. If you ain't even experienced a man that was an actual father and a real man, if you never even experienced that, how can you even know how to even be a fucking father when you haven't even experienced it? And then on top of that, you're not a man. You know what I'm saying? So
First and foremost.
you gotta understand, like being a father is not easy. You know what I'm saying? Being a father is not fucking easy at all. You know what I'm saying? We are, like I said, we instill that structure. We build the structure. We build the foundation for the household. Period. You know what I'm saying? And for the children. And the children listen to their fathers a lot more because we are the structure. We are the teachers. You know what I'm saying? Our influence on the children is a must, and we are the ones that naturally sets the children right on the right path with the help of the mothers. The mothers help the fathers set the children on the right path because the mothers are the nurturers. So when the children get into some trouble, the mothers are there to, saying, or if they're like feeling sad or angry or something like that, when it come down to feelings wise, that's where the mothers come in to help them with their feelings. We, on the other hand, get them on the right path. We're not there to help them with their feelings. I mean, even though we can, but we're more so to get them. Okay, look, yeah, I understand you having a bad day. You crying right now. Look, dry your eyes off. This is what you need to do to fix that problem you're going to. So now we're putting logic into their lives to get them on the right path. You know what I'm saying? The mothers can
Mhm.
care about the feelings and try to, get them to stop crying and stuff like that. Us, we're gonna just pretty much tell like, look, hey, this is what you need to do to fix it. Say you want to fix your problem, right? Okay, well then this is what you need to do to fix it. And you need to do this. Because if not, you're gonna keep having the same problem over and over again. You know what I'm saying? One day you're gonna fucking learn. You're gonna learn. And this is how it is. This is how men nurture our children. We nurture our children a different way. We're not catering to their feelings all the time, even although we can, but we're not. We're not supposed to. We're supposed to instill that structure and get them on the right path and let them know what they did wrong and how can they correct it. We let the mothers worry about the feelings and try to get them, calm down feelings wise and and all that to their feelings. We on the other hand, we're not doing that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And a lot of women, you know what I'm saying, feel like that's just harsh and stuff on the man. Like, but it's not harsh. This is our way of nurturing our kids by instilling that structure, getting them on the right path. When they fuck
Mhm.
up, we tell them they fucked up, and then we gonna get them back on the path. We're gonna tell them how to fix it.
Don't fall
You know
for
what
the
I'm saying?
trap.
You know what I'm saying? We would tell them how to fix it. Like with our daughters. Our daughters come to us. She's crying because her boyfriend probably broke up with her or whatever the case may be. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Of course, like with me. My daughter comes to me, she's crying because her boyfriend broke up with her. She has, yes, my daughter has a boyfriend. She's 15, she has a boyfriend. I allow it because I met the guy myself. He's a straightforward guy. He also has autism too. He's autistic and he's a straightforward guy. He's cool with me. But anyway, so just in case something happens between them and she comes to me, she's crying and she wants to talk about it. Okay, cool. I'll talk to her. You know what I'm saying? I will get down a little bit to the feelings level to get her to at least try to stop crying a little bit. But I'm gonna tell her what's going on. I'm like, look, you know what I'm saying? You can't put, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I'll give her the advice, you know what I'm saying, when that advice comes, but I'll let her know what's going on and how to fix her problem. You know what I'm saying? I'm not
Right.
gonna be sitting there like trying to dry her eyes and come on, baby, stop crying. It'll be okay. It'll be no, I'm not. That's not my job. That's her mom's job, not mine. My job is to listen to her problems, find out the problem, and correct it. You know what I'm saying? Now I can tell her, look, baby, you know what I'm saying? Just stop crying for a second. Let me tell you what's going on. Let me tell you where you messed up at. Let me tell you where he messed up at. And let me tell you, you know what I'm saying, how y'all can fix this. And so you can go ahead and do what you need to do. You know what I'm saying? Plain and simple. That's my job as a father. Not to be like, oh, baby, it's gonna be okay. I know, yeah, he's a piece of shit. Don't worry about him. You know what I'm saying? You can find. No, that's not my job. Okay, I'm not gonna be doing no shit like that.
I ain't even gonna lie to you. I wouldn't let my daughter date at 15. I know these children, they gonna have a life of their own behind your back no matter what. But I'm sorry, it's just certain stuff that I couldn't see myself like allowing until I felt like she was, at the very least a young adult. I couldn't just because of all of that. You know what I'm saying? Like I couldn't, I wouldn't want my daughter to date at 15 years old.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
At least
I didn't really
with
want it
my
too. I didn't want it either, but after meeting the young man
you
and I met him and I met his mom, and
do you question. Do you
mhm.
feel like you accepted it because you knew it was something that it was gonna be inevitable anyway? Because she could still do it without you knowing it. She could
I
do it
mean,
without either
yeah,
one of y'all
yes,
knowing it.
yes and no. But see, that's part of my whole thing when I say that I'm giving her, space to come and talk to me. And my way of giving her space to come and talk to me instead of her doing just doing it behind my back because she could just do it behind my back and I ain't got no shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't want her doing all that. So for her to give that space to, come and talk to me whenever she needs, advice on stuff like that, I kind of give her a little leeway as well. Not full
Mm,
leeway, but I give her a little bit to a certain extent. I trust in her to a certain extent and give her a little leeway to let her know that I'm instilling some trust into you to make the right decisions. Now, if you start fucking up, then that's when I'm gonna get in your ass. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I'm giving her and also giving her a little advice on how she can, navigate through a relationship because this is her first relationship. So I'm letting her know, what I'm saying, what could possibly happen, what could go right and what could go wrong, and just be prepared
right.
for it. You know what I'm saying? So, what I'm saying, as long as she's prepared for what could happen and what could go right and what could go wrong, as long as she's prepared for
Mhm.
it, as long as I'm getting her prepared for it, then that sits well with me to instill that trust in her that she's going to be good, even if what I'm saying, like problems going to arise regardless. So as long as she actually is prepared enough, what I'm saying, she ain't gonna be ever be fully prepared, but as long as she's prepared enough to handle, to try to handle any problems that happen, then that sits well with me. That means I'm doing my job as a father, even though I still am against it. I'm still against it. I'm not saying I'm for it. I'm still against it, but I'm trusting in my own parenting
You you
skills to
you trying to find ways to like let her do it to like I guess give her a certain length of freedom to see what she does with
yeah,
it.
just see what she does with it. And if if she turns out that she, what I'm saying, she's doing, what I'm saying, damn straight good with it, then hey, you know what I'm saying? I'll start giving her more. You know what I'm saying? I'll start, you know what I'm saying, increasing the limits. It's kind of like a credit card. You know what I'm saying? You ain't spending that much, your limit it will increase. You know what I'm saying? You paying your bills on time, you ain't spending that much, your bills increase. So if she's doing what little bit of freedom she actually has that I've given her, if she's doing good with it, then her limit will increase. You know what I'm saying? The more good she does with, the more her limit increase. As of right now,
Right.
she got a small limit right now, but it can increase over
Yeah.
time depending on how good. I mean, I haven't had any problems with it. Is I mean, she ain't been doing it out here to try to make me and her mama look stupid. She get good grades in school, so you know, I don't have anything to say right now, but I'm just gonna see how what transpires later on.
Yeah. I feel that. I feel that. I'm not 100% against that. I feel that. I still wouldn't want my daughter. I wouldn't allow it, but I do hear where you're coming from, though. It makes sense.
Yeah, like
It
I
makes
told you,
sense.
I told you I'm still against it. I'm not saying I'm for it, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just gonna see what she does with the little bit of freedom that I am giving her. And so far, she's doing good with it. So I don't have any
So
complaints
don't
right now.
come don't come back pregnant.
Oh, trust me, I done got to hear about that too many damn times. I definitely instilled that. I'm like, hey, I ain't trying to be no granddaddy. You know what I'm saying? She like, oh, I ain't trying to get pregnant. I ain't trying to. Don't worry, I ain't doing that. Like, yeah, you better not be. You know what I'm saying? You'll be on your deathbed. But no, no, I ain't say all that. But yeah, but I did talk to her about that. I did. And
Well,
so Black Mama says, I think you already read this one. I think parents should take off the rose tinted glasses.
no, I didn't
Remember
read
they She said, remember they were once children, acted acted and thought like children. It's our job to guide them through the very same things you were doing. Why get mad at them for doing what children do, as if you weren't once a child yourself? Approach presented Approach presenting from the perspective of a teacher. You send your child to school with expectations from their teachers. Why not have the same for yourself? I'm teaching. That's what we kind of saying. We you know what I'm saying, like, matter of fact, we just had this conversation with Kay about, you know what I'm saying, like,
it.
yeah, we did a lot of stupid shit as kids, but see, that the thing about it, we understand the consequences for our actions. So now we don't want our children doing that same shit that we did, because we know what the consequences were. We know what would happen when, doing it, because we did it. So now all we're trying to do is get our kids not to go down that same path. I mean, of course, we can't stop everything. We can't. You know what I'm saying? It's just impossible to be able to stop anything bad happening to your kids. But at least we can do is give them the knowledge of, like, look, if you do this, just believe this, and this is more likely going to happen. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And I'm speaking to you, I'm telling you this out of experience, because I've done some pretty screwed up crap when I was your age, and this happened to me. So we're not saying that it will happen to you too. We're just trying to get you prepared to, hey, if you choose to go down this path, it's a big possibility this is going to happen, and you better be, you know what I'm saying, you better be ready to handle it if it does happen. And I'm trying to keep you from doing that. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm telling you
Mm-hmm.
from experience what happened to me when I did it.
Mm-hmm. That's facts. That's facts. And one thing I say though too, Black Mamba, is that we we tend to get mad at children for being children when children try to do and think that they are adult. They try to do adult things. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I don't see nothing wrong with being mad at your child. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sorry, ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with getting mad at them. I don't think that uh every single thing they do, you necessarily, just got a spark of anger and be mad and shit like that. But there are some things that, children do that are just flat out stupid, and you're gonna be mad at it sometimes.
Hmm.
I think that's just a normal thing. Our parents got mad at us about certain shit. Some stuff they laughed at you about because it was so stupid. It was funny to them. Some stuff pissed them the hell off. Because and it's also it's an age thing too. Because the older your child gets, you expect more from them. The more you teach them, and the more they learn. So the more you teach and the more they learn, if they continue to revisit the past ways that you've already taught them don't work or are not deemed to be successful for their life, that's gonna spark anger. That's gonna spark anger. That sparks anger in anyone. That shit sparks anger in adults who want to keep giving the same friend the same advice over and over and over again, and they keep coming to you after they did the same dumb shit over and over and over again. Nobody wants to do that. At a certain point in
Nobody.
time, you get angry and you be like, "Look, man, I don't want to hear this shit. I don't want to hear that shit. I done already told you. Leave me alone with that shit." You know what I'm saying? So like that's just a regular life thing. That's how life goes.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And like I guess Black Mama was she was replying to Ace. She said that's true because he said most women aren't equipped with the skills to be a mother. And yes, yeah, that's true, definitely. And she said that's
Or a
true.
wife.
Yeah, she said true of most everyone. You are supposed to learn those skills on the job and from prior experience from being raised by your own and grow and get better. But what do you do when your past experience doesn't include good parenting examples? That's
It,
a good
it,
question.
it,
And hey,
it
Avita,
what's up, Vita? I would say I don't know, man. That's a tough one. I think I'm gonna go on the limb and I'm gonna say I don't think nobody can say that at some point in time growing up they didn't have some type of example. See, example don't always come in parents.
hmm,
It should come and you want it
it's
to come
supposed
in
to.
parents, but
Yeah.
but it don't always come through parents. It can be a teacher, it can be an uncle, it can be an aunt, a grandma, a brother, a sister, a friend's parents, a relative's parent. You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't always. At some point, you had some type of example somewhere, even if it wasn't the whole book, it was some chapters that you could take out of that shit. And either you decided to take those chapters in and read them, or you decided to keep on turning the pages and you said, fuck it.
Hmm. Plain and simple. You know what I'm saying? Hey, somebody had somebody telling them giving them good advice. It don't make a difference who
Or
like
setting a
R&B
good
said.
example.
Yeah, it don't make like what R&B said. It don't make a difference who it could have possibly been. Like you had somebody. You just didn't think of it that way because of the mindset that you had back then. You know what I'm saying? Cause and then on top of that, the yearning of you wanting it to be from your parents, because that's where it should. You know what I'm saying? That's those skills that example should come from your parents. But of course, you didn't. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody have that experience with good parenting from their actual parents. So they had to get it from somebody else, which is unfortunate. But as long as you had somebody that actually was a good example um to help set you on the right path, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
We all know somebody. Trust and believe that.
Yeah.
You know, we all know somebody
Right.
that was that person.
Right.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
that's why I preference my comments by saying, what I'm saying, they may not have been the full example, but it was something, it was something to that person, whoever they may have been, that you could have taken, you know, and something they said and the example they said. And it was up to you to take that in at that time or not.
So A says I would teach her. He talking about I guess if he have a daughter, I'm not sure if he has one or not. But anyway, he said I would teach her the same way I teach my son by showing how vulnerable it is to keep your legs closed. He knows the consequences of getting somebody pregnant. And yeah, that I've been saying that for a minute too, just to don't be so different when it comes down to, especially when you're trying to give advice to your kids and and raising your kids. Don't be so different with them, because just like how your daughter can get pregnant and bring home babies, your son can too. He can't get pregnant, but he can get other ones pregnant, and that right
and bring
there
home
is a
babies.
yeah, and that right there is a whole different ball game when it come down to your son getting a girl pregnant, because he can be in a whole world of shit. You know what I'm saying? Especially when it comes down to that young lady's parents. He could be in a whole world of shit, and that's something that you don't want your son going through, especially at a young age. You know what I'm saying? You don't want your son going through no baby daddy drama at no young
On
ass
child
age.
support before he 18.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So definitely need to teach our sons the importance of, you know, wearing protection. If they're going to do it, protect yourself. Don't just be out here just slanging it like that. You know what I'm saying? Because you know what I'm saying, being a parent, you know
Say
what I'm
that
saying,
one more
it's
time.
hard. Just don't be out here just slanging it like that. You know what I'm saying? I know you're gonna have something to say about it, but hold on, let me talk real quick. But no, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You gotta, if you're gonna do it, you know what I'm saying? Because like I said, like we said earlier, kids will do shit behind your back. So if you're gonna do it, protect yourself. Don't just be out here just doing the damn thing with any and everybody, because you don't want you being a parent is hard. There's no instructions on this stuff. You know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
you see how you like it, like they see how us as parents are, struggling, to raise them. They see it, they don't understand it because, of the mindset they're in. They see it. And so we need to get them to understand, like, look, this shit ain't no joke. You know what I'm saying? It's already hard enough with us trying to raise you. Now you're gonna find out how it is raising the kids, because you're gonna be pretty much going through some of the same stuff. And we don't want that for you at a young age. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're young, you're still in school, get an education. You know what I'm saying? You know what
Especially
I'm
when
saying?
you might have a promising future ahead of you. You know what I'm saying? Some of
Exactly.
these young prominent athletes on baseball, basketball, football, soccer fields or whatever, you know what I'm saying? They become the popular boy in school. You know what happens with the popular boy in school.
Oh yeah.
He knocking
Oh yeah.
draws down. He
Of
knocking
course.
draws down.
He got them all. Damn near.
Because especially if they think he about to beat something, like that's why I say these kids ain't stupid. These kids ain't. You think it wouldn't be some young girls if it was the next LeBron James at a high school somewhere in Detroit out here? You think them young girls wouldn't be trying to attach themselves to that
Oh hell
because they
yeah.
think he about to be the next LeBron and shit?
Yeah, you're gonna go straight to the NBA, get all this money. Hell yeah, they gonna be literally
And
throwing themselves
and
at him.
what is he gonna do? He gonna accept everything coming his way.
Mm-hmm. He gonna catch everything they're
So
throwing,
yeah, for sure.
just because
Like
of
like
just
a
because of the
motherfucking wide
fame.
receiver.
Yeah, just because of the fame. He gonna catch everything they throwing. You know what I'm saying? And that right there is where the man really is, um needs to really truly be there for that boy, because I'm telling you right now,
He got to
you
be
know
there
what
to
I'm saying?
guide him through that storm.
Exactly. Because it's like that's where a real man comes into play, because he's gonna get at his son like, look, you know what I'm saying? I understand you're one of the most popular kids in the school. You got all these skill set to be, and you dominant on the court. You know what I'm saying? You probably the next LeBron James, you next phenom coming out of high school. You know what I'm saying? So you got all this newfound fame. I'm pretty sure you got a lot of girls getting at you. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of, you know what I'm saying, people,
That
newfound
want to be a part
friends.
of you. Yeah.
Yeah, newfound friends, you know what I'm saying, trying to jump on the board, you know what I'm saying, but you need to keep your mind straight. You know what I'm saying? Because like these little girls, they're gonna just be throwing everything at you to try to pretty much they to act like they're gonna be on your team, but in reality they're really doing it to throw you. They're putting you down. They're gonna destroy you before you even have a chance to even get off. So you need to really get your mind straight. You know what I'm saying? Keep at the books. Leave the girls alone. Keep at the fucking books. You know what I'm saying? Keep them grades up, because
You said keep
this
at the
new
fucking books.
keep at the fucking books.
The fucking books.
Man, come on, here you go with that again. You know what I meant. And everybody else know. Y'all know what I meant too.
Oh,
All
okay,
right.
okay, okay, okay. I
You
know
know
what
what I'm
you.
saying?
All right,
Keep
I
at the
get it. I
books.
get
Keep reading, you know what I'm saying? Studying.
it.
You know, keeping them grades up. You know what I'm saying? And do what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, you know what I'm saying? The on and off court persona matters. What you do on the court, you know what I'm saying, and what you do off the court matters. You know what I'm saying? And you can literally
Even if you ain't not to cut you off, but even if you ain't like prominent as like a young athlete or whatever, you could just be a normal, smart, handsome young man that's popular.
yeah,
You
that
know what I'm
too.
saying? And the
That too.
girls like you. You know what I'm saying? You still don't go slanging that thing around. Don't go slanging
Yeah.
that thing.
You know what I'm
Can't be
saying?
doing it now.
Hey, treat your body like a temple, fellas. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause, hey, if they don't give a fuck, you should. Power, baby.
Got a
Power.
comment.
Male power.
I'm gonna read a quick comment from Ace. He said, "If I could start over, I wouldn't have been having sex. I put myself in dangerous situations when I was younger. I was being a hoe or a young man with choices. Laugh out loud, 100."
Hey
Hey,
man,
that's
we
that's
all been
real
there.
though. But yeah,
We
we
all been
I think a
we've
lot of
been
us
I've
could
been
say
into it.
that definitely. Yeah. Everybody could damn this. Ain't nobody perfect, you know what I'm saying? So everybody can
Temptations a
look back and
motherfucker.
say, you know what I'm saying, that they definitely would redo some stuff over or whatever. Now I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know if I would like not have sex. With the knowledge that I have now, if I could go back then, I would do it differently. I would make better choices of women. I would say that. I would definitely admit to that. I would do things differently, make better choices of women and stuff like that. But I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna still be having sex because sex is amazing. It's amazing.
Well, it's
It's a
even more
wonderful
amazing with the
thing.
right person on top of that.
Yeah, it's a wonderful thing. Yeah. He didn't make it for nothing, you know. He didn't make it for nothing. He definitely made it to enjoy and, multiply. But like you say, enjoy with the right person in the right way.
So also A says I get mad when I know you know better. He talking about as far as the kids. I call it
Hmm.
being dumb on purpose. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Especially
yeah,
when you know they know better and they just want to act all dumb and shit. And then Black Mama
yeah.
replied, she said, you can know, but it's impulse control. Kids don't have it. The brain hasn't developed fully yet, which that's true. You know what I'm saying?
I I hear all of that. I hear all of that, Mamba. We gonna have to kick it about this because see, I hear all of that. But what about people who don't have impulse control that do have a developed brain? They say the brain develops at 25 and all of that stuff. I hear it. I'm not trying to dispute it, but what I'm saying, I know people that's 45 that don't have impulse control.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's like, you know what I'm
When you
saying?
get on the kids, but
We
it's grown ups the
we
same way.
it may be facts, but let's not use our facts always to make excuses for what we really got to do. That's all I'm saying. Because you got to correct that impulse control. So you can't correct something if you don't put forth effort to train it and get it the right way.
Or if
If
you
you
don't
just
even know
leave
you
it
have it
be,
or you
it
neglect
gets
it.
out of control. Yeah.
So Black Mama also says that's true, but look at our community today. There aren't good examples around us or in the media. Mentors are great when you can find them. And that's yeah,
Yeah.
I'm totally 100% agree with that. You know what I'm saying? It's today's society, man. Like we've had so many conversations just about society, period. It's just like we can go on and on and on about it. It's like this society nowadays, they normalize too much shit that shouldn't be normalized. You know what I'm saying? That everybody only cares about the bad shit. Don't give two fucks about the good stuff. So it's like they're the media and you know and just the overall can't remember the name of the like the atmosphere. It's just destroying this period. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, the all the normalizing that they doing, the cancellations. You know what I'm saying? the
The
all that shit,
agendas
yeah, the agendas, yeah, the propaganda, you know, society. That's what I was looking for. Society. That's the word I was looking for. Society as a whole is just kind of destroying us. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, especially with our with the black community, like the black community, we have some guidance, but we don't want to use it.
or pay attention
Our
to it.
main guidance is the most high, but we don't want to use it. You know what I'm saying? And when we, run into people who's actually trying to help us get better, we don't want to listen to them. We think they're hating. We think they're trying to destroy us. And when in
Crazy.
reality they're trying to
Don't know what they talking about.
crazy. They don't know, yeah. And we don't want to listen to them. Like it was one thing that when we going back to parenting that I kind of said before. If a person is trying to tell you or not tell you, but like give you a little advice on um raising kids, don't think of it as they're just trying to tell you what to do, trying to tell you how to raise your kid. No, don't think of it like that. Think of it more as they're just giving you advice. Because if somebody trying to tell you this, obviously it's something you're not doing right. And maybe you need to pay attention to that. Because ain't nobody just gonna just go around and just start telling you, oh, just random shit. They ain't gonna just ain't, nobody just gonna come and you just do some random shit unless it's a reason. You know what I'm saying? It's a reason behind them telling you. Like if a mother is holding her baby and let's say an older woman comes along like, hey, baby, you're not supposed to hold her like that. You gotta hold her a certain way. And and then of course the young mother would be like, oh, don't tell me how to hold my kid. I know how to hold my kid. She's telling you that because you probably are holding the baby the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? But you don't want to acknowledge that. You thinking a bit more. You're taking it wrongly. You're taking it as if somebody, the lady, just trying to tell you how to hold your kid and try to tell you what to do with your kid. That's not what she's doing. She's giving you advice. She's trying to help you. You know what I'm saying? Because you actually are doing it the wrong way. And
Hey,
there's another way to do it.
that's a good point. That's a touchy point right there because I experienced that. I experienced that. You already know what
What's
I'm
up,
talking
Wayne the
about.
Tunnel? But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, don't we need to understand like when people is giving us some advice or something, or they come in and tell us something just randomly, they're doing it for a reason. They're not doing it just because they just want to talk to you. You know what I'm saying? No, they're not doing it because they just want to talk. No, they doing it for a reason. It's something that you're doing wrong, and they're trying to correct you. But as me, R&B, we've said this too many times. We don't like correction. We just don't like it. We don't like when somebody could try to correct us. We don't call it correction. We call it motherfuckers just trying to tell us what to do, and that's not it.
Chastising.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's correction, and somehow the black community just does not do well with correction. We don't want to be corrected on nothing. We feel like anything that we do is right, and there's no reason for it to be corrected, and that right there is wrong. You know what I'm saying? That is wrong. You know what I'm saying? We all need to be corrected. Our lifestyle period needs to be corrected. The way we carry ourselves needs to be corrected. The way how we treat each other needs to be corrected. You know what I'm saying? And but like I said, we don't want correction. We don't want nobody telling us anything because the only thing we think of it as, oh, it's just some motherfuckers trying to tell us what to do and how to do shit. Like, no, when are we gonna start realizing that we need to take this advice, take it in, and put it to good use, and actually fix problems? When are we gonna acknowledge the problems and fix them? That's that's my whole thing. When are we gonna start acknowledging these problems and fix them? You know what I'm saying? Like y'all, it's like it's kind of funny how the black community would take advice from celebrities who lives a totally different lifestyle than what the hell we live. You know what I'm saying? But when a person that's just a normal person on the street is giving some sound advice on how to fix shit, we look the other way. We turn a blind, we just turn a blind eye to them and make it look like they don't know what the fuck they talking about. But you feel a celebrity knows what the fuck they're talking about. Like this shit doesn't make any sense. It don't. You know what I'm saying? When are we gonna stop living our lives through celebrities? You know what I'm saying? They live a whole totally different lifestyle than we do. It's totally different over in that world. You know what I'm saying? So we need to learn how to start taking correction from each other. We got to start actually correcting each other. We got to start learning how to accept that correction. Don't take it as somebody just trying to tell you what to do. Take it as I'm being corrected.
Important side of that, that's not bad. But I hear you though. You definitely just hit on some shit. Like you definitely just hit on some shit. The Bible speaks of that. The Bible talk about how we as a people we love to listen to a man who has many riches, but the
Mm-hmm.
average man or a poor man says something nobody gonna listen because so we put people on hierarchy and pedestals and stuff like
Yep.
that. We worship people. So you're right about that shit. Like yeah, we definitely do need to like stop trying to, live our lives based on what we see play out in the media world and and Hollywood, as they call it. Like
Yeah,
that shit ain't
Hollywood. Yeah, see,
that shit is not
we had a
yeah,
you got a comment from Wayne the tunnel. She says that's crazy. I had this same conversation yesterday with my own self. LOL. As far as like the taking criticism and I guess with the parenting thing too. I'm guessing she
yeah.
said stop being stubborn. She said if someone tell you about yourself, they care about you. Yes. Don't
Mhm.
always think everybody just saying, like I said, don't think everybody just saying something to you just because they just want to talk to you. You know what I'm saying?
Because
Like,
look,
no,
you can tell when someone's genuinely telling you something to help you better yourself, or when
hmm
someone's just telling you some shit to down you. You can tell.
exactly. Oh,
It
yeah,
it,
yeah. You
it
can
it
tell in the tone of their
resonates with your
voice.
soul and your mind. Like you can
Yeah.
tell. And a lot of times we don't even look to tell. We just don't care. You know what I'm saying? We just attack motherfuckers quick.
She said it's ignorant to think that way. It's so sad as far as thinking that celebrities know more than anybody else. People we do not even know and could care less about us. Exactly. Like,
Hmm.
because you got to think about this, man. What is the main thing that goes around when it comes down to the black community? What is the main thing? It's like pretty much everybody's always wanting to know what's going on with these celebrities. They praise the celebrities too fucking much. They always want to be what the hell's going on. Like, who cares? They don't care about us. Because if they truly cared about us, a lot of shit would be, you know what I'm saying, would be happening. You know what I'm saying? More than it has. You know what I'm saying? If they truly cared about it, all they care about is their own fucking money and their own fucking fame. And all y'all doing is just getting them richer. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we say all the time, oh, they shouldn't be putting their business out there. They do it for a reason because they know y'all are nosy and y'all gonna be all up in it. These people could be making up shit for PR
They
purposes,
entertained
and
by it. A lot of them do make up shit for
yeah,
PR
they make up shit
purposes.
for PR purposes, and y'all just eat that shit the fuck up. Oh yeah, you see what happened with Cardi B and Offset? I bet you anything that all that shit that went on between them really truly didn't even happen. They just made all that shit up because they know motherfuckers like y'all will eat that shit the fuck up.
No, I think that shit really happened. it been whole court cases and shit behind some of that shit. I think that shit really
That's what I said a
happened. But
lot. I ain't say everything, but I said there probably was a
but
lot of
it's
shit that didn't.
probably a lot of embellishment too. Yeah, you right.
Yeah. So I'm saying, like, dude, stop worshiping the motherfuckers. I'm not saying you shouldn't like them because there's a lot of celebrities I love, but stop worshiping them. Like, their lives is totally different from yours. They live in a totally different life in a whole different world than we do. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And it's not just because they got money. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a lot of shit going on in Hollywood and in the music industry that we all don't know about and they can't say. So stop worshiping them. They're behind all that fame and shit they got. They're still ordinary people, and a lot of them are going through a lot of bullshit to keep that status up. They got to go through a lot of bullshit that they can't even really say. You know what I'm saying? So just because they come up with some shit, like some kind of style or some shit like that, more than likely, 9 times out of 10, they ain't the ones who came up with the shit. The motherfuckers who's pulling their strings is the one that came up with the shit and told them, hey, look, you're gonna this is how we want the people to eat this up. We're gonna have you do this to make it seem like you started this trend, this hardcore outstanding trend amongst your community, and we want you to be the workhorse for it. You're gonna be the face of this. You know what I'm saying? And they just do it because they know if they don't, that fame gone,
Mm-hmm.
money gone, all that
Oh,
shit gone.
now you become a alcoholic and a crackhead until you finally meet your demise one way or another,
There you go. Damn,
or just the craze.
damn, snapping one. Anyway, whatever. You know what you get it. Point. You know what I'm saying? But snap. You know what I'm saying? Gone. Blink of on. Just as quick as he got it, it can be taken away. So she said, it's an ignorant mind. I'm so sorry. She said celebrating their birthdays and not even saying happy B-Day to your own family is crazy. Yeah, that too. You know what I'm saying? Well, for the people who celebrate birthdays. Um, I don't even yeah, you know I had to throw that in there because I know you was gonna say something. I had to throw that in there. I don't even watch the media. Too much bullshit. Yeah, I'm not really too fond of the media myself. I don't. I'm not. I don't really. I'm not in the know on everything. You know what I'm saying? I just look at shit on social media and they just pop in my feed and then I'm like, oh, okay, so this is going on. Oh, okay, well, and then people will be like, where you been at? This been happening for a minute. Like I don't care about what they going on in there. I don't keep up with these celebrities like you do. Like,
me,
why should I
me
care?
personally, I don't worship it and shit, but I do stay up to date on certain current events. I guess it got to be something that I feel like that I relate to, that I actually care
Yeah,
about. You know what I mean? You know, so more so than anything, I probably stay more updated with sports. I would say, but
yeah, me too.
I do be up on certain stories and shit because I feel like what we trying to do, here, and what we're trying to build, what I'm saying, you have to be able to have that type of reach. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to talk about certain subjects and stuff like that, or different current events that's going on. So I do try to keep my ear to the street in that regard. But as far as like just straight up like living and breathing and worshiping that shit, no, I would never go and sit down and kick it and be like, man, bro, I got to tell y'all about what went down last night on Instagram between Krishan and Rock, or Krishan and Blueface or
Conscious
whatever.
and
Like,
Blueface, right? Like, I ain't
that's
about to be
not
doing
going to
all
happen.
that. That shit crazy, man. All that shit's crazy. Like it's too much bullshit for one to really handle. I'm just being honest. It's just too much. And it's more going on behind the scenes that we don't even fucking know. And to be honest, we shouldn't really care because, well, I guess we can, but then again, we can't.
No, you can't care. You know why you shouldn't care? Because what does that shit do for your life? That shit does nothing for your life or nothing for your salvation
Mm-mm.
when it comes to this world and your spirit and all of this different shit going on around us. Like it does nothing for your salvation to know and give a fuck about that situation. If anything, it does it does less for it. It affects it. It brings it down because that shit ain't nothing but negativity and toxic shit. That's all
Mm-hmm.
that shit is. Breeding the next
It's all.
generation.
It's all
What's
toxic.
cool? Hey, what's up, man? Don't fall for the trap.
Nothing but the trap game, baby. It's all about the trap game.
Well, this was a quick little good afternoon pop up, man. Appreciate appreciate the conversation, my brother, as always.
Hey,
But I gotta get
no
on up out
problem,
of
no
here
problem.
because it's time for me to go be a parent. I gotta pick my son up from school.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I feel you on that. You know what I'm saying? Because I'll probably be the same way if my kids was here with me, whatever. But they aren't in school.
Hey,
So
hey, man, if y'all love me, those who be watching out there, Black Mamba, all y'all, if y'all love your boy, man, send me some links to some good podcast chairs. God dang, man. I can't keep sitting at so I sit at my kitchen table. It's a bar high kitchen table. So it got like them bar high chairs. Thomas done been to my house before, so he know what I'm talking about. But man,
uh-huh.
this motherfucker hurt, dog. I can't
Man,
get comfortable. I can't get jiggy with this shit. This
I can get
motherfucker
you with
hurt.
this shit.
I need me a good high podcast chair. I want a soft high one with the little level on it that take you like up and down and shit. Now I need
Hitting
I need
switches
one
and
like
shit.
that. Hitting switches on the motherfuckers and shit. Hitting switches with the bitches while I'm rolling on the twitches. But yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah, but we
Good
appreciate every last
conversation,
one of
man.
y'all, man. We highly do appreciate y'all. We got to start putting out more. What's up, Sean? She's watching on Instagram. But we got to start putting out
What up, though?
more stuff out. You know, we gonna start putting out more stuff out. We actually trying to take this to new heights, like we always say, and we gonna start putting out more stuff. Look out for a scheduled show. We definitely working on a scheduled show. So we won't be doing so many pop-ups, but we still gonna be doing pop-ups, but we gonna start working on a couple scheduled shows ourselves. What up, Carlito? Um, but yeah, we gonna start working up on some scheduled stuff too, you know what I'm saying? And get back into the groove. Get right back into the actual groove that we had last season. So we appreciate all y'all, you know what I'm saying? We appreciate the comments. We appreciate, the viewership. We appreciate all the things. We gonna keep getting this shit going. And sorry y'all two had to come in at the end, but yeah, I mean just go on our Facebook and you get to watch the whole thing. Hey, matter of fact, go on our YouTube. You better watch the whole thing. Not
Facts.
much, man. We doing our pop up,
At
bro.
at
Hey,
Big 3 Man Talk Podcast. YouTube,
yeah,
Facebook, IG. We need to get a TikTok popping too, but that's the only one. But you can go
yeah.
to my
Hey,
TikTok though.
Hey, Carlito and Sean, y'all, I know y'all just came in on Instagram. If y'all want to rewatch this show, uh, if y'all got Facebook, go to our Facebook page. If not, go to our YouTube at look up, you know what I'm saying, at Big 3 Man Talk Podcast on YouTube, and we live on YouTube right now anyway, so it will save on there, and y'all can
Y'all
go
can
back and
like,
watch the
share, and
show.
subscribe to that channel
Yeah,
too.
like, share, and
Like,
subscribe to it.
share, and subscribe.
You know, so to our YouTube, we got that back. We got that popping. I'm about to say back popping like we had already had it on. We got
Right.
that popping. You know what I'm saying? So we live right now on all three platforms, and we're gonna be doing that for the whole time. You know what I'm saying? Just look out for the big shows. You know, when we actually have our scheduled shows, look out for them because we're gonna be talking about some real stuff. You feel me? Like we did with the two other ones that we did.
Definitely expect more relationship talk in the future too. We're gonna definitely be diving back into these relationships, and we made a conscious decision to finally, tackle what our original like mission and foresight was, and that was to be able to come and state how men feel about shit, or at least from our perspective.
Hmm.
So,
Yeah, we turned a new
but
leaf. We turned a new leaf this time. We're gonna actually go with our mission and our vision and our purpose, and we're gonna our shows is gonna be pretty much off that. We don't care. I'm sorry, we don't care how a lot of y'all take it, but this is from a man's perspective, and we're gonna be speaking from a man's perspective. I'm sorry.
Hey,
A lot of y'all ladies might think we bashing. We're not bashing. We're educating. But hey, that's how you take. That's how you want to take it. That's how you want to take it. But we talking from a man's perspective. Y'all got all these questions. We're answering them. Like I said, take the answers and fix them. Don't think we're just telling you shit just because we hate you and we just trying to tell you what to do. We're not telling you what to do. We're answering your questions and we're giving you some we educate you. Remember, like I said earlier, men, we are the teachers. We are teaching you. We are not bringing you down. We're teaching you. That is our natural thing. So taking an advice that we give you, put it into good use, and fix it.
hey, perfectly said. I don't think that we need to add anything else. We'll holler at
Exactly.
y'all. Till next time.